Hello and welcome to the Cov Man. My name is Stephen, and today we'll be talking about the World Cup final. Was it the right result with Spain winning? The red car against Enzo Fernandez, and the protests happening in Argentina over that result. We'll have a summary of the World Cup. We'll be talking about Morgan Rogers' £117 million transfer to Chelsea, and Kevin Keegan's death. So let's start this off with the World Cup final. Spain won, congratulations to Spain, but was it the right result? It was perfectly the right result. Argentina lacked any kind of... They basically didn't even show up for the final. It was a very dominated side, with Spain having the majority of the possession and whatnot. The most shots on target. It was basically Spain versus Spain. They were basically just playing themselves. Spain kicked off the first half with very, very high domain, and we kind of expected Spain to go 1-0 up in the first half. It was just such a shame they got unlucky with the scoring. The second half kicked off, and it was brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. I thought personally that Argentina probably would have pulled themselves together and actually managed to make this into an even battleground. But no. Spain still dominated in the second half, and it was such a shame they still didn't get a goal because we went into full time on a 0-0 result. We ended up going into 30 minutes of extra time. The first 15 minutes of that extra time, Spain still could not get a goal. There was sadly a goal, but it was disallowed due to a foul. But the second half of extra time kicked off, and what a tremendously good goal. 1-0, scored by Ferran Torres. So congratulations to them. Now in the 90th plus third minute of the game, Enzo Fernandez, already on a yellow card, and then did a awfully second bad foul to get himself a second yellow card, which meant he got sent off. It was a bit of karma because he was doing all of this, weren't he, when he scored against England. Karma got him right in the backside. That referee, considering I thought it was going to be very rigged, I thought, yeah, maybe he should have been sent off earlier on in the game. But him eventually being sent off when he did, it was the right call. You just could not play a blind eye to that. It was great that the ref, that we all thought was going to be very biased and give everything Argentina's way, was actually, me personally, was very fair all around. Argentina fans are going to say, oh, the ref didn't decide with us, that, and the other, but no. The ref was fair and square. Argentina were committing the most fouls. Spain got the fouls. Yes, Spain were doing their fair share of fouls, but the ref gave Argentina free kicks to pay for it. Towards the end of the full 90 minutes, Argentina were really getting desperate. They started going crazy with the fouls. So we're hoping that they would time it perfectly as well. Slip up and give make Spain slip up and commit a foul in the box and give Argentina a penalty, but no, didn't happen. Let's talk about how, especially with Argentina not getting any goals, Messi didn't get any more goals of this tournament, which meant Messi did not get the Golden Boot. Mbappe from France did, so congratulations to Mbappe. I'm really glad that he got the Golden Boot. But let's talk about the protests in Argentina. Now, obviously, Spain won. It was the best result that could have come. From the get-go, that first half, on stream, I was saying that Argentina might have won, but, well, before that kicked off. But as the game kicked off, we got through the first half, I started to think that Spain probably should deserve to win. But I wasn't getting overexcited, Spain. I was waiting for the second half, because we've seen it where England and there are many other teams that have been fantastic or sloppy in the first half. And then the second half comes and the other teams either been sloppy in the second half or absolutely fantastic. I thought Argentina might come back in the second half and really dominate, but no. It was the correct result. But the protests in Argentina currently going on, I do not agree with it. Just because your team lost does not mean you could be sore losers. I'm sorry the ref didn't play in your favour. It didn't go the way you wanted. But to kick off in your own city, yeah, us England fans haven't won the World Cup since 1966. This was our best result this World Cup since 1966. But you don't see us going out there protesting around the United Kingdom, kicking off because, oh, we didn't win the World Cup. Just because you didn't win the World Cup doesn't mean you can throw your toys out the pram and kick off. Respect your country, respect where you are. Take it like a grown adult and move on for the next World Cup. Well, now the World Cup is officially over, let's analyse this World Cup, shall we? The player of the tournament goes to Rodri. Spain are not crowned the winners of the World Cup without Rodri's pose and control in midfield. If you don't believe me, watch the France semi-final back. A master at work. Across the tournament, he played over 100 more open play passes than any other player. He only really has his Spanish teammates for competition. Just an all-around genius. The goal of the tournament was Julian Alvarez versus Switzerland. Alvarez's stunner for Argentina against Switzerland was a wonderful goal in its own right. I can't say that, but the distance, the curl, and the nestle top, right. But to deliver such class in extra time of a knockout game under such severe pressure and identity makes it truly outstanding. The moment of the tournament has to be the Messi hat trick versus Algeria. Can't speak apparently. Few UK viewers would have watched this masterclass live because the game kicked off at stupid timings. Okay, timings we were asleep. But I did, and it was special, proving beyond a doubt that he is the most greatest, the beautiful game lit up by its most peerless pioneer. Absolutely worth the early alarm. And to say that will probably... I really can't see this happening, but I think this World Cup was Messi's last. I mean, Messi is currently how old? I'm just going to Google that. Just make sure I got it right. Yeah, 39 years old. In 4 years' time, he's going to be 44. I can't see him being in the next World Cup. He'd be too old, I think. He's showing his age now. He is struggling big time. Let's talk about the game of the tournament then. Argentina versus Cape Verde, which was Argentina 3 and Cape Verde 2. Obviously, Mexico-England was an absolute cinema, but for a point of difference, I've gone with Cape Verde on this. Now, hear me out. Verde running Argentina ragged. The lowest ranked nation ever to qualify for the knockout stage, pushing the reigning champions to the brink, was absolutely gold. Now, the breakout star is... I don't know if I'm going to say this right. Kubasi. I hope I've got that right. A lot to hype about the Budadi, Ayub Budada, or Boadi. I don't know if I'm saying this right. I'm useless with names. But I didn't see enough of him to win this category. I love the contribution, don't get me wrong, of Kubasi for Spain. At 19, he's really among the world's best in his position. So commanding and positionally intelligent for one so young. And of course, he has a Spanish charm offensive of possession too. Now, the biggest disappointment was the Balogun red card being overturned. Obviously, the big fallout when Trump got that red card overturned for the USA. This had to be addressed somewhere, let's be honest. A complete sham, making a mockery of football and those who run it, aka FIFA. Balogun's involvement in the USA's last 16 loss to Belgium won't be remembered for the football, but for the political interference. They only succeeded in making themselves public enemy number one. What a way to tarnish an otherwise fantastic tournament. And I agree. And that is my viewpoint on that. Don't get political with these kind of things. At the entire tournament, Argentina had the most red cards. England, yeah, got one. don't agree with that being a red card. You can let me know in the comment sections down below if you think that is a red card. But I personally don't think that was a red card. But we sucked it up. We dealt with it. It was a two-match ban and suspension. We got on with it. Yeah, it wasn't ideal, but we got on with it. But we didn't go out and try and get it overturned. It should just be left alone. Political stuff are political stuff. Football is football. Keep the two separate. The goal of the tournament has got to be Harry Kane versus Dr. Congo. This was Kane in a nutshell and identifies what makes him the elite goal scorer he is. All he needed was a half a yard and bang. It has to rank higher due to being winning goal too. That I generally thought we were going out in the Dr. Congo game, but my God, I'm glad we didn't. Thank you, Harry Kane, for saving us and helping us bring home third. Now, there is a lot of other stuff we could be going through on the World Cup, but I'm just going to leave that there. You can make your verdicts in the comment sections down below what your favourite moments were of the World Cup, who you think were the best breakout stars, who was the best player, what was the best match. I could go on all night with it, or well, basically all video talking about all of this, but I'm going to leave it there. But we've got to move on to some other news, and that is the big move of Morgan Rogers going to Chelsea for a absolute staggering 117 million from Aston Villa. Rogers is basically about to become the Britain's most expensive ever footballer by leaving Aston Villa this summer. He's set to begin a 6-year deal with the option for another year at Stamford Bridge. But why? I just can't see where Rogers plays. It's a lot of money, crazy money. It's the highest we've ever had in a transfer bid is 116 million. But bringing Morgan Rogers in for 117 million isn't what Chelsea need right now. They've got Cole Palmer. They play in the same position. Rogers went to the World Cup instead of Palmer because they play in the same position. Unless Chelsea go for the almighty and sell Enzo Fernandez, who, bear in mind, just got a red card from Argentina, and swallow the pill for him because he's not worth 100 million, and then play Moses Casizo, I hope I'm saying that right, at the base, then Rogers and Palmer both are ahead of him. But Pedro is also a number 10. So Joao Pedro, Rogers, and Palmer. Chelsea have brought an attacking midfielder when they have two very good ones. Yeah, I know Chelsea's season hasn't been brilliant, but at least they got mid-table. They didn't get relegated at the end of the day, unlike certain West Ham. We are going to go over that at some point in the video, talk about West Ham, but we'll get onto that another time. So where's Palmer going to be? You may be questioning. He's stuck out on the right again. He's wasted in that position. If Rogers is played out on the right, no disrespect, but there is a lot of better right wingers out there than him. For me, Rogers is a number 10. He's at his absolute best in open play when the game gets broken up and he's running with the ball. He's very good at that. But he won't get that at Chelsea. At Stamford Bridge, opposition teams kick off and sit 10 behind the ball. There's just no space. And Rogers has got to carry that price tag around with him. He will sit there and say, there is no pressure on me. I didn't pay that fee. But that is a load of rubbish. Everyone will look at that when you don't do well. Which, I'm sorry, is true. Now we're going to end this video on some sad news. After the tremendous World Cup, some transfer news and whatnot, it's all looking good. But we bring you the news tonight of Kevin Keegan has died at the age of 75. Former England forward and manager after a battle with cancer. It has been said by Keegan's family that it is with immense sadness that we announced Kevin Keegan has passed away at the age of 75. The former England player and manager had been battling cancer and was surrounded by his wife and daughters in his final moments. Kevin, a double Ballon d'Or winner, was a much-loved husband, father and grandfather. The family would like to thank Kevin's incredible medical team for all their support. This is a hugely difficult time and they are requesting space and privacy. England have announced that they will pay tribute to Keegan's life before their Nations League game with Spain at Wembley in September. Rest in peace, Kevin Keegan. That is all we have time for on today's To The Cov Man video. We'll have more, obviously, coming up as we gear up for the start of the league games once again. I am looking forward to it. I hope you are too. If you have enjoyed this video, drop the video a like, subscribe down below, and we'll see you soon for another video.